BD5 Pilot with you on this Independence Day out at the Hillsboro hangar. This morning I've got the Matco jet brakes, the Ultra-Rear Grove aluminum gear legs, and the 6-ply tires and tubes out for their assembly and eventual replacing the fiberglass struts and braking system that BD designed, which was not very effective, and have a safer braking experience when taxiing and flying this aircraft. So now I have one tire and tube installed on that split rim, and let me tell you, that was more work than I expected it to be. So now we're off with the second one. Wish me luck. One of the tricks when you do this, you got to put this tire talc inside of that tire itself and then get it around that inner tube as well, and then place the inner tube inside, get some air into it, so now that'll glide about and be smooth. And then there's a little notch right there on the rim half that has to line up with where that air filler is, and then we have to press that tire down over where that bead is. This is a really tight bead, and it's ribbed also so that it can provide anti-slip for when you're landing. Then after you get all that done, you'll put the other half of the rim on, tighten it down, making sure you don't pinch that inner tube up inside. It's an involved operation. But there we have wheel number 2 assembled. And of course I learned some tricks along the way, using that axle bolt and nut to cinch it down and tighten it up so I could then align and get these through themselves. And of course it's not seated yet until we really put air into it. But I'm going to remove that nut now so I can tighten up the rest of it and put air in, and then it'll end up just like this unit, ready for putting the bearings in and installing the axle. Finally successfully have landing gear removed, and then revealing all the linkage that I'm going to have to bolt onto. I had to use the heat gun to pull a piece off of there, and that's actually what I end up using over here to make sure I'm lining up these points correctly for drilling the holes. We're going to start with a small hole and work our way to bigger to make sure everything aligns properly. So now that I have the pilot holes, I can use that actual part to make sure our alignment is perfect. So I drilled that first hole using a bolt to align and hold that in place, make sure our alignment's good here. A little bit of cutting oil, and we're going to cut through that next piece right now. Should have perfect alignment. We'll use that same method on the third hole. So you will see I've had success getting the aluminum gear leg on, getting ready to put the axle on, and then hook up that brake line as well. Axle is installed, and that brake rotor is ready to be screwed back onto the disc itself, and then we're getting ready to pack the grease and the bearings and then install that wheel onto that axle. Well, I wanted to get them both done, but I got one side done, and you can see the superiority of that braking system to what's on the other side. Which merely pushes at 2 pucks rather than pinching a disc that's held out into at least a little bit of airflow. And now the moment of truth. I'm going to retract these and see if what the clearance differences are. Let's look at it from the front and just see what it looks like. Hang in there, and you can see wheels look. And there they are retracted. Actually here, they're in a real similar position. What do they look like from down underneath? And sure enough, I got told the jet brakes do hang that wheel down just a little further, so you can see how it extends a little further down than it did on the other side. Well, I'm going to call that a job well done for today. Happy Independence Day to everyone out there, because it is 4th of July. I'm headed home to do some fireworks with my family. BD5 Pilot out.